Now at Honda booth, let's check out this legendary Honda Type R. This is a Honda Civic FL5. So Honda Type R has been go through a lot of generation, and now they are going for a turbocharged approach. Start with the Honda Civic Type R FK2. Essentially, the FL5 right here is using the engine which is originated from the FK2 Type R, but with a lot of improvement. Okay, so this is based on a 11th generation Honda Civic, but this is a more powerful version. This is a Type R, basically a performance version of the normal Honda Civic FE. Okay, so you have seen a lot of pictures about this car, so I'm just going to briefly go through around this car and show you the details of the FL5 Honda Civic Type R. So before we start any exterior and interior tour, let's start with the engine bay right here. This is a code name, a K20C1 2-liter turbocharged engine paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. The horsepower has gained slightly compared to the FK8 as well as the FK2 Type R. Now it has 319 PS and 420 Newton meters of torque. It's already a very powerful figure for a front-wheel drive manual transmission. Okay, the competitor of the Type R will be the Renault Megane RS. Okay, the Renault Megane and the Type R always fight for the Nürburgring laps time. Okay, so you can see that Honda Type R is a very fierce and very iconic image for Honda. Okay, so this is officially brought in by Honda Malaysia. Okay, it retails at around 400,000 ringgit Malaysia, but if you go to a recon market, you can get it for around 300 plus according to the year as well as the condition of the car. So you can see that the bonnets right here, you get some intakes to cool down the engine as well as improve the aerodynamics. And the front, compared to the normal Civic, you can see that the fenders right here has been widened as well as the bumper is finished in a more subtle and more aggressive settings. But compared to the FK8 Type R, the front look reminds me of those European car design, because the FL5 Type R only also sells in Europe markets instead of the FD2R. The FK2 is only dedicated in the UK as well as Japan market. Now the FL5 Type R is already dedicated as a global model. Okay, so the rims right here is downsized compared to the FK8 Type R, which uses a 20-inch rim. Now this is a set of 4 rim finished in 19. Okay, it's shot on Michelin Pilot Sport 5 tire, and there's a 4-port brake calipers. You want the car to go fast, you need to be able to stop. And it's a Brembo calipers. So you can see that the body silhouette of this Civic Type R is based on the Civic FL1. This is basically the Civic hatchback. If you see those with the Type R bumper, but behind there's a boot, that is the normal Civic convert. So this is the way you can identify, is this a real Civic Type R or is a converted version from the Civic FE.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toyota's exhibit, where we showcase our Beyond Zero Vision.
So this is real look of the Civic FL5 Type R. You can see that the design is less aggressive compared to the FK8, which has a lot of fake vents around. Now they have gone to a more cleaner styling, but it's still very handsome. And you get the LED tail lights is a C shape, and this is a very pronounced spoiler. It's a rather big GT wing in my opinion. And there's a rear wiper as well. As you can see, the exhaust right here is a 3 exhaust setting, just like the FK8 Type R, and it's finished in a hatchback setting. Okay, you can see that the boot opening is very huge. Boot space is very spacious considering this is a performance car, and you get a audio cover. and it's going sideways instead of go inside. So this is a more ergonomic design. Down here, you don't get any spare tire because this is a performance car. All they do is lightweight.
You will be receiving the Toyota's exclusive.
So there's a Type R badge, and this is finished in the Type R Iconic Championship White. You can see that the design from this angle, it looks very handsome.
And also the Toyota Camry hybrid electric as well. Now, if you're talking about practicality, style, power, they have it all in these two amazing vehicles. Now, if you need further information, drop by right now and ask for our sales advisors. They will be gladly to serve you right here.
Contract now is about 10 minutes to 1:30, so very good afternoon.
Manual adjustment
Welcome to
seat,
Games
bucket seats.
2024. Please do join us. I would like to invite you to come.
Okay, now let's go through the interior very quickly. So if you know Type R history, you know that they are based on a normal Civic, but they are converted into a very performance-oriented sedan. So you can see that the interior is largely similar compared to the Civic FE or the Civic FL1 hatchback. So one of the notable things that you can see that is the meters right here. You can see that there's a shift indicator light because it is finished in a 6-speed manual. Okay, it's a very short shifting feel. Alright, doors is largely similar compared to the Civic FE, just that this part right here is finished in fabric together with red stitching. And for Type R, it's best to have a red emblem and the red Type R carpets, as well as the red Recaro Type R bucket seats for the front. Signal is on the right. Okay, I don't think Type R user use signal, so yeah. Steering wheel is wrapped in Alcantara design because it needs to provide you a very good grip when you are driving aggressively. And rear main drive 3 pedal. The clutch feel is very firm, okay, expected from a performance car. And get a left foot rest as well. Footwell is very spacious, there's no complaints about the footwell. And you can do heel toe. This is similar to the normal Civic FE or FL1. Very nice quality button feel. Floating touchscreen, wireless charging, 12-volt charging port. This is the Plus Armor, which is basically go to a more aggressive settings, different drive modes, electronic parking brake, a brake pole. And this is a Type R identification numbers. This is 9,498 units. And the air convents right here is going to a more European kind of design, something like the Audi A4. Very simple. Glove box right here, very small. And this part you get a cup holder and some storage space and a central armrest. And the Type R gear knob is finished in a very nice aluminium. Manual shifting is very nice. Up here the roof lining is finished in full black. Dashboard material soft touch.
Identifying a word that is relevant to Honda Prelude.
So now let's
and
check
once
out
you've
the-
identified that, show it to the crew, and then you can get your next stamp for your journey card. So this is stamp number 2 and stamp
So
number 3.
for the rear seat, it's not the most important feature for a Honda Type R. So you can see that Honda cut costs on the rear air vents because you do not need to have a passenger sitting at the back while you are driving aggressively. But even though this is considered a performance car, but the rear space, Honda doesn't compromise it. It is still largely around the same legroom as the Honda Civic FE or FL1 hatchback. As you can see, it reminds the rear passenger that you are in a Type R because there's a Type R badging for the rear plastic seats. And at the center right here, You do not get armrest, instead you get two cup holders right here. Okay, so it's basically a 2+2 seater. It's a practical performance sedan or hatchback. Rear headrest is fixed, but still get rear isofix in case you want to bring your kids for a morning drive or genting run. And for Type R, you get rear seat belt as well.
Or maybe like I said, when you're outdoors, you like to power your electrical stove, you like to power certain utilities, or maybe power your lamp, your lights,
So now let's
and
get
things
out from
like
the
that.
car.
You can use our power supply called a Honda PowerPod E. So once you have come on over here, of course we urge you to take an OOTD photo. There's a very nice photo area that you can take your photo, upload onto your social media. It could be your Facebook,
So this is
your
a very
Instagram,
quick look
or
of
on
this
your X as
Honda
well.
Civic
Once you've
FL5
done
Type
that, of
R.
course, this
So
is
you have
optional,
any
but
comments,
we
you
urge
can
you
comment down below and
to take
let me
some
know.
photos to commemorate this
What do you think about that?
afternoon as well, to show off to your friends
Honda
as well.
Type R,
Then
specifically
proceed
the
to speak to our
FL5.
crew,
Be sure to
answer a
subscribe,
few simple
like, and
questions
share my video.
based
If you like
on
my
the
walk around series,
information
I will see you
provided.
in the
Once
next
you have
video.
answered those questions